says question 30 on the bottom, but this is question 29.
Guys.
So it's the way the
We're not on that one.
did you do this one already?
No, we stopped
No.
at 26.
No. Okay. This is the one that I haven't done yet. This is where I'm going to start. We'll finish the problems. Hopefully there's a little time left over so I can help you individually. Otherwise, this is the last time we can have conversations together about what is expected on the semester final. Monday afternoon, you're my last class period. Okay? So this one goes back to just plotting points. This would be 8.1. So be sure you go in the right direction. So you'll each have individual 2 over 3 up. -1, -4. You'll each have individual test copies. So everybody's questions will be different, but it's the same process. Everybody will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points to plot. Okay, can everybody see that okay? The red's not bad. Okay, so that one will go fast. And it will be on paper, not on the iPad, because it's really hard to get the graphs right on the iPad, right? If you've tried them, it's not easy. Yeah. So I don't want you wasting the time on, on the iPad. Okay? So your test will have your name on it.
That's how we're going to do it, just plug
Yep. Yeah, nothing else. Remember from 8.1?
That's easy.
Good. Yep, you've earned this. Yes. Did I make a mistake?
For the .0, -5.
Oh, did I go in the wrong direction?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Let me fix that. And that's my weakness. I can't talk and do at the same time on a graph, so I apologize. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. I appreciate very much. Okay? Okay, now this one, if they don't have a table of values, you don't have to use a table of values, okay? Fair and square? So I like the slope-intercept method. So I will look for a -2. That's your y-intercept. And your slope. That's your rise over run. If there's not a run, it's a 1. Oops. Oops. Remember tonight at 11's when all homework is turned in. So just let me know when you turn any in.
At 12?
11.
Did you get the test? You said tomorrow?
I did this morning because I was out of town yesterday. So I will check them today and they'll be in the grade book tonight. So thank you.
That's
Okay, another graphing. Anybody use tables? Does anybody use a table? No?
Yeah, I use my table.
Yeah. To graph. Okay. I will show you how to use a table if you want to, otherwise I'll just leave it alone. You want to see a table happen? Okay, I can do that. Okay. Okay, pick some nice numbers. Well, I like 0. How about you? So if I put a 0 in here, I get a -1 out. Now, if you have a fraction, it's best to pick a number that the fraction divides into. So I'm going to pick a 5. That way the 5 will cancel, and I just have 2 minus 1. So it's a positive 1. Then I'll pick the other 5 on the graph because it doesn't have 10 on the graph. So I'll go back to a negative 5. So negative 5 is negative 2 minus 1, which is negative 3. So that's another way if you like to play with the values and find the graph that way too, you can. Otherwise, it's y-intercept and rise 2, run 5. Okay, 5, 1, and negative 5, negative 3. Okay. If you were gone yesterday too, I noted, if you don't draw a line, you won't get it right. Because some of you on the graphing practice we had the week before, some of you just put the points and didn't draw a line through it. But if it asks you to graph an equation or graph a line, you need to put it completely drawn. And there's a ruler in your box if you need it. Otherwise, you can use your lanyard or whatever. Yeah, I'm not a very good artist. Some of you can sketch it in them very quickly without any problems. Okay? Okay, this one, since it has a table, you'll get credit for the table. And if you don't do the table, they'll count it wrong. So, dive in. It's 32. Yeah, 32. 33 goes to the next page, so it's unfortunately, this paper ran it off. The page question for the graph is on the page before it. Okay, so if I put in a negative 1, feel free to use your calculator. You get 1. Put in a 0. You get a 3. Put in a 1. Get a 5. Got it? So you need those 3 values and the graph for you to get all the points for number 32. 1, 1, 0, 3, 1, 5. Okay, we were talking yesterday about doing the review online. And if you do the review online, you'll get a grade posted in PowerSchool for doing that review. If you don't do the review online, you won't get a grade posted in PowerSchool. So it's just adding, it isn't extra credit because I'm not just adding points positively, I'm adding a grade. Yeah, so it's more like an optional grade, not an extra credit grade. Okay, and if you're like me, I understand the math. The more grades I have, the better grade I potentially could get because I have more in the pool of grades. So, yeah, because if you only have 2 grades and one of them is failing, it's failing. So that's why you want more grades in the grade book if you can. But if you choose not to do it online, I'm not going to penalize you. You just won't get that grade. There's a on the Power Teacher, I can put exempt. So here we go. Because some of us need it, some of us don't. It's called differentiation. Okay, put a negative 1 in there. And I know if you do it, you need to get. You need to get credit for it. Okay, this is a bigger graph. Whoops, wrong one. Gotta go -1, 4, 0, 6, 1, 8. Doesn't have to be perfect, but there you can clearly tell if you're, heading in the right direction. That's it. So the test is set up. You go through a cycle of 8.1, then 8.2, then you go back to 8.1. Now we're here in 8.2. On 34, it says determine whether the given points are on the graph. And if you did this on the homework, remember there were 2 of them that worked. So you just have to check and see. I think somebody said they graphed it to check and see. You can do that. Or you could use the map. So if you put y equals 2 times, I'm going to put 4 in, plus 3. So y should come out 11. And that's not 11. And that's not 11. So those first 2 didn't work. So please. The first 2 didn't work, and so the last 2 should. So we're going to check and see y equals 2 times a -1 plus 3. That one worked because I got 1 out for the y. And y equals 2 times a -2 plus 3.
Yeah, that one works.
That one works too?
Those 2 works.
-1. Okay, there you go. So on your review or your final is this piece of paper. So remember when you're picking points, you should have 2 of them. If you don't, you won't get the full credit. Okay? That's nice to know. You just got to figure out which 2. Done with 34? 35 is the same way. Which 2 fit in this story? So I'm going to put a 1 in. That's 5. So that one works. Put a 2 in. Okay. And that one's 11. So, oh, thank you. Sorry. I wanted it to be 7. I wrote it. Thank you. Okay, so this one is a yes. Here we go. Put the 7 in the question instead of the answer. Okay, just a quick check. If I put a -6 in here, I don't get out a -10. If I put a 0 in here, I don't get a -2 out. So I know I'm right. Okay. So we're back to 8.1. See if I can get it right this time. 0, -4, 2, 0, 4, -1, and -2, -4. Only 4 points, right? Okay. So when you have a lot of parts on a question and you only miss one of them, then you get partial credit. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. Bless you. So I'm looking for really good scores. This will go in as Module 8 test I hope so, and the Module 8 and the Semester 1 test. So it's a double dipper. Okay, here's they ask for a trapezoid. We did these the first day. No, actually, we did this like 2 days ago. Because we'd already, yeah, well, actually 3 days ago, because I was gone one of the days. I was gone Wednesday morning, so we did this on Tuesday. Okay, -4, -3. -1, -4. Okay. 0, -4. This is a weird looking shape here. And then 3, bless you, -3. So this is a very, strange looking trapezoid. Make sure I got it right. -4, -3. One. Okay, yep, there we go. It's got, trapezoids only have 2 parallel lines, only 1 pair of parallel lines. So that's why it looks like this. So you won't get credit unless you draw the trapezoid. Everybody got it? Okay, here's an easy point. -3, -2. Don't let the simple ones mess you up, like me, right? Done? Okay, remember the x value goes first, and then the y value. And coordinates of this one, x value, y value. 40 is done. Done? Done? Got it? Quadrant. Okay, this we wrote down. I would suggest you sketch this out. And then find your point, okay? Yep, 1. Because over 5, up 5, like that. 4, 5. Oh boy. Now this is random, you know. These questions are random. So you never know which one they're going to show up in. Oh, 3 in a row. That was easy. Easy is earned, right? Yeah, everything's positive, so it's in the first quadrant. Okay? Set. Ready? Okay. All right. Okay, here's one. 6, -3. Yep. So that's 4th. Yep. So plot the point in your mind or on your paper and then see which one it lies in. That's another strategy. Okay, x equals 3. Which way does that go? Horizontal or vertical?
Vertical.
Yes. Correct? So there's no slope. Because there's no y equals. Set. Are you ready? Okay. Coordinates 2, 4. Plot the point -4, -3. Ten questions left.
2 more questions?
10. You ready?
Of course.
Okay. So how are you gonna determine the graphs of these equations are parallel, perpendicular, or neither? How you gonna do that?
X goes completely vertical
Okay.
with the Y goes completely horizontal.
Yeah.
It should be
Wait, how did you do that? This page. Believe me, bro.
So what's the relationship?
Parallel. Oh no, wait, perpendicular.
Perpendicular, there you go. So sketch them in your mind or on your paper.
But parallel's like
Yeah, same slope, so they'll never meet. And that's, we gotta check on number 49. I can give you a graph paper if you want me to. But you notice, if you notice, you see how these have the same slope? But different y-intercepts, that means they go through, like this is 7, so it goes really high. 4, and this one's -7, negative, yeah. So there you go. So they'll never touch because their slope's the same, but their y-intercepts are different.
Yep.
So that's a really rough sketch, but I'm saying this is 4, and I'm saying this is -7, but they both have the same slope. So depending on your understanding of equations of lines, you could graph it or just know same slope, different y-intercepts, they're parallel. Okay? Now we're back to plotting points.
Any question on the test?
57. Did you, we have 2 class periods, and we're getting this done in 2 days, so you should have plenty of time. Because like that question, how long did that take me, right?
25 seconds.
Or less, right? It'd take you guys even less because you're not talking. Whoop, wrong place. I need to go to 1 over -2. There you go. Okay?
we're in high school, yeah, the rest of the
Okay, if you were gone yesterday, can you guys see the equation of that line? Can you guys see it? Okay, look.
Oh.
Okay, it's a very, and if you cannot find it, please ask. I can show you, but on the paper it's easier to see. But there's the line. So it's an X line, correct? -1. So watch out for the lines that aren't very prominent. And again, I don't answer questions on the test, but I can show you where the line is if you're not sure.
I don't know.
You're not doing 50% off?
Yeah, exactly.
Ready? Ready?
Oh, Miss, how do you get that graph? I don't get it.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I just highlighted the darkened line so you could see.
Oh, this is
Yeah, just a little bit. And on the test, if you can't tell, you ask, okay?
You won't be able to tell the test or what?
Well, can you see on your paper which one it is?
Yes.
So you're fine. If you can't, you ask. Otherwise, you can tell. Okay. Same with this one. Can you tell on number 53? Don't you like those kind? Okay. There we go.
We'll go down first.
You guys agree?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Okay, y equals 1. So y lines are horizontal. Yep. Let's see what I did with mine.
You know, up.
right, excuse me.
You're blessed, miss.
Thank you.
That's right. Yeah, those are different.
And this one's tricky. You gotta solve it for y before you can graph it.
Like exactly right there.
Oh, the little top one.
Okay, right now you can't tell the y-intercept, but if you solve it for y, you've got the y-intercept.
Oh God, bro.
Two more. Oh, you have to solve for y. So you subtract 3 from both sides. Okay? Okay, we did this yesterday.
$30?
Please. Yesterday, remember, oh, this is a y line. What kind of slope does a y line have?
0, 0, 0.
0. Yep. And then the x line,
It does not exist.
correct.
Oh, hell no.
One more question. Yeah, it does not exist. Last one. Ah, just 2 points. What a great way to end a test. Okay, we're done. All homework due by 11 p.m. If you need to email me if you do it, okay? So I can update your missing scores so you can finish well. I'm here after school if you need to